Another attempt was made on Trump, and he survived. And Kamala Harris puts out a statement, and we're going to read that. I'm John Mike Keene. This is where we help get Trump elected and mock the Democrats as they go down in flames. Here's Vice President Kamala Harris on Twitter. I am deeply disturbed by the possible assassination attempt of former President Trump today. As we gather the facts, I will be clear. I condemn political violence. We all must do our part to ensure that this incident does not lead to violence. They misspelled that. Thank you, Kamala Harris. Read my statement. And then there's an official release statement that basically says the same thing. Allow the politicians to make their statements. I don't want to go to motive, whether if they mean it or not. That's not my place. I will champion this as the correct thing to say in public. And now I wish they would just bump up the security detail. Kamala Harris should absolutely bump up security on Trump, because he is the only candidate being targeted. Don't ask me why Kamala isn't being targeted. I think the right is not as much a place where unhinged people live, in spite of what media is telling you. I think they know their side has bigger psychological problems than our side with the rhetoric. My question to you in the chat is, will the second attempt help Trump once again in the polls? This election right now hangs in the balance of 1%, and branding and marketing of Trump being targeted is something that benefits him. Take a look at how close this is getting out in Pennsylvania.
But let's just say Donald Trump outperforms his polling by just a single point, just 1 point. He gets to 287 electoral votes.
He gets to 287 electoral votes if he gets just 1 percentage point higher in his polls and ratings. And that key is going to be Pennsylvania.
Look, he gets Nevada, he gets Arizona like he had before, Georgia, North Carolina. But then this is what we're talking about over and over and over again. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania.
So that's Pennsylvania. I do want to note that Arizona and Nevada are back in play, that those Trump still has to nail those down, and those were securely in his pocket before with Biden. But I do think he's going to get them. I think the no tax on tips is going to be big in Nevada, where there's a big service industry. And I think just in general, Arizona being so close to the border, that it could look good for Trump. And then if he gets Pennsylvania, he wins by a mile. So look to Pennsylvania, look for the candidates also where they go and campaign is where they believe the election is going to be decided.
That race has been consistently so tight, it's well within a point. Whoever wins Pennsylvania, Jessica, my guess is going to be the next president of the United States. And at this particular point, that state is way too close to call. And that's why this race is way too close to call.
Race is too close to call in Pennsylvania. But I'm saying this second attempt at Trump's life, I think given the first attempt was over there, I think it helps Trump's polls, put him over the top. This is good news for Trump, and I'm excited about that. We're going to get that guy elected all the way to the White House. It's going to be quite the party, guys. If you're on board, then subscribe to John Mike Keene.